Lev Project on deck. Greetings and welcome back. This is Amuna Yisrael. I was perusing and perusing today, came across this nude article right up our alley. Lev Project. This is why we have this conversation ongoing. I notice every time this comes up in the news, and it's been more frequent than most, there's a lot of outcry, there's a lot of outrage. So this particular controversial assignment took place in New Jersey, and where the fifth graders were assigned to draw either slave posters, capture posters, lecture posters, or auction posters, like this one you see here. It was reported on Facebook by Jamil Kareem. He sent out a message to the community back on March the 7th saying he had disheartening news, and he illustrated all that, was brought to the forefront. This is a elementary school in New Jersey. These children were given this assignment. The age range is from 4 to 10. According to the school, this assignment has been going on for the last 10 years, and it's their attempt to tackle the very controversial, the very heart-wrenching subject of slavery. And it appears that every time schools attempt to tackle this, the news, it's coming back to the news that there's an offense. And I would like to say this because I'm really trying to understand what part of the conversation, and I did read a lot of the comments as it related to not picking up the story at this point, and I would have to agree. Some of these assignments that are being given to the children, it's more heavy-handed on the position that slaves were in, enslaved individuals, enslaved so-called Africans were in, and the fact that this victim mentality, and I think that part of it is because it's not something that is in the past. It's actually something that people can relate to today. It's still happening to a certain degree. And so, in all fairness, if you're going to approach the topic, to broaden the scope and not really just start off in America, if we're going to talk about the French Revolution or the American Revolution, and you're going to talk about Christopher Columbus, then you kind of take take the children back to Europe. Take the children back to the thought of actually going into Africa and wanting now to subjugate the people to build the new world. Like, spend as much time that you do in how your life was here in order to get the full picture. Take them back to the beginnings. Take them back to the continent when slavery began to pick up in this, and I'm not sure if that will help those who are often outraged, because the reality is, there's still a pain that's around this because no reparations have been paid. One and two people have said sorry, but those who are victims, have been victims of this, are still suffering. Controversial assignment. Here's the statement that came from the principal of the school, South Mountain Elementary. I apologize for any unintended pain, anger, or offense caused by the assignment. And I'll say this again. I think that the pain, the anger, and the offense is not really the assignment. The assignment was what brought out this pain, anger, and offense of the institution of slavery here in the West, not just America, like a lot of people like to say, the West. And so it's a conversation that we like to have here at the Lev Project. We're also watching, in tandem with a lot of things that we do, the Underground, which speaks to a certain aspect of slavery. It's so expansive and broad. I've said this before, I'll say it again. The topic is so expansive and broad, you can't just pick one spot and really encompass all that it is about. But I would say, like I said before, if you're going to present it to young children, at least give them a broader view. If you're just going to go broad and general with it, then give them, just like you do about, the discovery of America and Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue, and, all of these things, just the same way you do about the whole Pilgrims and the Indians. Go broader on the slavery topic, and possibly that can help some of the complaints that are coming out of the community, because it is always like showing you in a bad light. But I would say, as it relates to the community, teach your children and you give them the broader view until others get to the space where they're willing to do what it is that you're asking them to do. So with that said, this is Amuna Yisrael. Subscribe to the channel, Amuna Yisrael on YouTube. This is the Lev Project, and we'll talk to you again. One.